Yeah, okay, back again. So I'm going to bring this in close to show you guys the repair that was done with the epoxy. Now you can see all the lines. I got some stuff to scrape off. If you could tell here, you can see where this got broken up. Okay, you can see, I can feel it because I used the electrical tape. You can see this came out pretty dosh darn good, except for a few minor inconveniences. In here, you can see down in there. We'll just keep turning it so you can kind of get in there, down. You can see I've already began scraping some of this off. So what we're gonna do now is attempt we're gonna hit the zoom in. Maybe I'll go 4. Yeah, that. Yeah, that's pretty good. So the things I'm gonna do is use the heat gun, which you can see next to it, and a razor blade. Now, heat will actually release epoxy, not sandpaper. You want to use a little bit of heat gun. So that's why you got your heat gun, and I have an old razor blade. So the point of this is not to go too fast. We're not going to go too fast, but from here we're just going to do a little bit of heat. I didn't get a lot of spill out, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, make sure you have this in a stable surface. Now, the only reason I'm peeling this off right now is because I want to see where the crack is, because this actually went so well that I can't see where the cracks are to drill, to put the brass pins in. And people are probably like, why are you using brass? Well, brass doesn't rust, A. B, it's flexible. I mean, wood works good too, but brass is a little bit stronger than wood. And since I'm going to use epoxy and not wood glue, if it was broken, if it was just a crack, I would use wood so it would flex with it. So that's why I'm doing it this way. This is mostly getting off. Yeah, this whole thing's going to need to be sanded, so. Yeah, so that's why we're doing this. Now, do they make special like scrapers and stuff? Probably, but you know, most people have access to a razor blade, so this went a lot better than I thought. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. In truth, I don't know if you can really hear the scraping, but yeah, I want to make sure I'm seeing every crack. Yeah. This will also save you a lot of money on sandpaper as well. top this bad boy off. Now we got to do the fine work around here. Because if you remember, it was cracked all the way through. I don't remember what the name of this part is, but we'll call it the finial or something for the design. It was like it was like split all the way here. And it actually is barely noticeable now, which needs a little bit more heat. Start getting into a lot of resistance, just heat that bitch up. Okay. So this is like a lot of minimal tool stuff. Are there guys who have better tools? But man, you could do a lot with just a razor blade. Doesn't even have to be a new razor blade. This is a used one. You're just doing light. You take it with your fingers, being careful, not hurt yourself. Remember, safety first. If you're under 18, have an adult watch you do this, or whatever. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. This is the best. All right, you gotta have a sip of coffee after you do all that. Now I know you guys are gonna be like, we can't buy the cheap coffee. All right. Now I get a lot of my coffee from Costco. Why? Because look at this. You probably see it in my face, so that's it. There's not a lot of talking in this one. This one's a lot of just scraping. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, there's been so many. If you're new and you're trying to get your Rev War kit together, there's a lot of great guys on the internet who are out there who will teach you how to like get yourself a good musket. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like I don't think the Pedersolis are all that great. Like a lot of people stand by and be like, nah. Maybe for live firing, talking for like reenacting only, like just shooting blankaroos. You know, I first came across, this is a Pedersoli. This is an old one, I believe. I believe this is an old Pedersoli, not Indian, because this is not teak. I'll tell you that right now. Number one, the finish is way too nice. So, I mean, the problem that I don't like about the Pedersolis, which I was just never impressed with them. I mean, some of them are pretty good. I mean, if you could get a defarb musket for the same price, that's that. And they all run in, a lot of these Pedersolis run into the neck problem, you know. I'm sorry, I don't have a way to set the camera up this way, but we might do some more moving around later. Just to get this up and going. I'm just throwing up a video right now because I haven't posted a video in a week or whatever it was, so... All right, look at that. I can't even see where this musket is cracked, barely. I don't think the camera's picking it up. Maybe it is, I'm not sure. But I'm just doing gentle. We're not going crazy. We're not digging into it. We're using it. You take your fingers like this, and you go like that. Look at that, beautiful. You're not messing around. You know what you're doing. You can see this part right here. See that guy, that John? That's a big John right there. You gotta get this cromungula out. I make up a lot of words. I got words like cromungula. Forget about it. I got a lot of East Coast guy words. So, I'm sorry. A lot of the words I make up. Hail the Tumtas. Look at, oh my God, look at that beautiful. You could see this right here. Look at that. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable repair. I'm so gosh darn proud of my. I'm upset that I have to use the pens. This is pretty good. I'm impressed with myself. Hail the epoxy gods. I've never had this good of luck. You know why? You know why? Because he gave me money. That's why. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm real excited. How this is coming out. Oh yeah, you could see the crack right here. All right. Grab some heavy duties, some sandpaper now. Just to get off some of this. Just so you guys can see what's going on in here. Man, you could barely see the crack. Oh. I'm good at this. Nah, but you could be good too. Like here's the thing. Like if a guy who barely speaks English, can't spell words great, can barely edit, can do this, you could do it too. I believe in you. If you don't have anyone say that they don't believe in you, you gotta believe in yourself, you know, sometimes. And here's the thing. I'm a bit delusional, but you know, no one ever got anywhere by being realistic, I think. Don't quote me on that. You know, Marcus Aurelius once said, I don't care if no one's ever done it. I'm going to do it. We didn't come this far to come this far. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to be. All right. Let's give you a lot of sanding. We're going to get this neck we can get this neck beautiful. This part right here is going to be I might have to get out the specialties. Oh, see, I got a big. I'm going to follow this right here. Make sure you're careful with a capital C. Or is careful with a K. I'm not entirely sure. I am dyslexic-ish. Actually, I'm not dyslexic. But I thought I was, but apparently I just have a traumatic brain injury. Or something like that. I don't know. You don't want to take away too much meat. we're switching to the 150. Up in the air. Oof, a little bit of burning came out of that, John. All right. Might have to do a little bit of rework right here where the little nub is. Even though a lot of the second land patterns didn't have the nub right here, it just came to a point. You can get it out of the what is that sound? Oh, I don't know what's going on. If you're hearing like a little beep, bit of a beeping sound, I don't know what that's from. I don't know if there's like a construction vehicle backing up down the alley or whatever. I'm not 100% on that. All right. Yeah, you just sweep this stuff on the floor. You don't have to go crazy and like get. Damn, this thing keeps coming apart. Probably because I beat the shit out of it. Oops. I mean, I beat the MacGuffins out of it. God. It's slightly off, but it might have just because this guy had it leaning in a closet for 20 years. You know, this is sometimes the problems we run into. Man, I had barely any squeeze out. I know this is not that interesting now, so, you know. Weapons maintaining your musket is important. I mean, I've had a lot of my muskets for over 30 years. I mean, it's getting to the point where, like, some of my stocks are getting pretty beat up. You know, they've been in the field so long that, and they're like Euro Arms, or what was it, Army Sport or something like that? I don't remember. I mean, I think until recently, I was like, oh, that's my new musket. And I bought that in like 2000. Something like that. You know, when you start referring to things that are made in 2000 as new, you've reached a point. Like, here's the thing. I'm like, yeah, man, I got this at this time. And there's some young buck who's working on his, when your musket can be commissioned as a first lieutenant, it's time to buy another musket. Every 25 years or so. Oh my God, dude. Oh, that's gorgeous. We're just gonna hold this up. Yeah. Look at that. Look at this is where the cracks were. Here. I don't know how the YouTube gods are. Look at that. That's it. This is on super high. It's just, see that black? That's the one little void that's the only void I have. This is where the gun was split in two. Look at this. Unbelievable. Like, yeah, there's still some curmudgeons in there, but now I have enough to do to pin. Ooh. See, right here is going to be, let me see if I can. Did I even get any of this on camera? Hopefully. See? All right, let me see. Sorry, I'm like kind of. Right. Here's the only problem I think I'm going to run into. Even though this glue is unbelievably perfect. Right here. There's one little tiny void right there. The camera's actually helping. I got to figure out how to pin this without... I'll probably have to pin it through here. And I might use wooden dowels on this one. Maybe. Just a few. It's going to need one or two pins there. Oh. Yeah, thanks for bearing with me. And I think the next episode, I'm going to take a break. And yeah,